Всем привет, уважаемые друзья и подписчики. Мы продолжаем. Это Black Mirror. Мы продолжаем играть в эту игру. Черное зеркало. В предыдущей части мы узнали немного событий, что его воспоминания от его отца в детстве. И мы закончились к тому моменту, что мы не могли убрать растения, нам нужны инструменты, ножицы, которые специально для Ага, L2 я могу бежать, отлично. А то в моменте я просто бежать не мог. Нет, я нажимал, наверное, потому что тогда ты находишься внутри, ты бежать не можешь. И мы сейчас, наверное, попробуем найти ножницы. Это инструменты, естественно.
Rory's tools. A hammer, a tenon saw, a bolt cutter. All a bit rusty, but in good order.
Могилы.
The graveyard. Is it a family plot?
Aye. No matter how high and mighty, all the Gordons end up there.
A cheery thought. It's a shame we do not have the means to properly care for the graves.
Why bother? His bones and food for worms.
May I borrow your bolt cutter?
Maybe. If I ken what you need it for.
The graves. I would like to tidy them up. That way I can pay my respects properly.
Is that a fact? Why's that then?
They are my family. They deserve to be remembered.
Fair enough, laddie. Just grab it yourself, will ye?
Ага, называется кусачки. А на самом деле, по идее, они пользуются не кусачками, а ножицами. Ну, такие есть такие большие. А почему именно назвали? Вот сейчас он взял кусачки. Это как раз специально, когда обрезать только провода, которые кольные, в смысле, провода. А, я не тому дерево, то есть подошел. То есть не дерево, хотел сказать предметы.
Better. Cecilia Shaw Nee Gordon. Aunt Cecilia. Now, let's see if there's something really buried in here. Another piece of the castle model.
Ага. Ух ты, это само здание.
Another part of the model, and it's stained with what seems to be old blood. Why did Father bury this when he was a child? How could I have known that something was buried here? I don't remember Father ever telling me about this grave. Father must have buried the chapel piece here for a reason when he was a boy. But why? And whose blood is it stained with?
А, он не может бежать, тогда уходит по траве. Ну, интересно, да. Но только я не знаю, сколько это займет для того, чтобы пройти всю игру.
I was just paying my respects to my Aunt Cecilia.
The poor innocent soul. She was another victim of this foul place.
A victim? How so?
No for me to say one way or t'other.
Seems it's nobody's place to tell me anything much. I have some things to attend to.
Look after yourself, laddie.
I can see why Rory likes this place. This view should ease even the most troubled soul. A steady enough vessel, if you trust your swimming skills.
Какой-то предмет был. Ага, мы по кругу пошли. Опа, что-то здесь лежит. Так, походу здесь ничего интересного нет, придется возвращаться. Только инструмент у меня это зачем при себе держать? Без понятий. Ну так просто так не пойдет.
I need a break from this family. Let's see if I can get into the chapel without Andrew.
Часовня, это вот. Я внутрь не пошел. По поводу растений, вот эти, которые есть, ну то есть эти стоят, да? Мне напоминает, скажем так, даже забыл как, блин, ладно. Забейте, ребят. Я сам забыл, что хотел сказать, поэтому уже вряд ли вспомню. Ого. Немного вперед достигнулись. Достылись, то есть продвинулись, хотел сказать. Во, наконец-то. Не, я знаю, как все пишется, как правильно произносится. Так что, ребят, я поэтому есть в этом во мне, в этом есть минус. Я плохо произношу.
The place is crumbling. Not the safest spot to pray.
Но я буду все равно стараться произносить, потому что вот поэтому те, которые книги, да, которые исторические истории я потом делал, это и есть доказательство тому, что я улучшаю в себе знания. Для того, чтобы знать, как правильно произносить, чтобы с вами нормально разговаривать. Нет, я умею нормально разговаривать, но просто я иногда сам-то начинаю беспокоиться, нервничать за свои там, то, что я говорю.
Being the chronicle of the family Gordon, as laid down by Sir Drummond Gordon. The year of our Lord, 1413.
Local legend speaks of this particular glen as being inhabited from time immemorial. Enigmatic, elaborately carved Pictish stones stand as timeless evidence of this. As for the locals, they appear prideful of the counsel they delight in giving to visitors. Traveler, beware.
Блин.
The Celtic peoples arrived in this place like a great beast, bringing with them the bloodlines that would eventually spawn the Gordon clan. Using their superior numbers, knowledge, and machines of war, they swiftly conquered the primeval Picts. With them, they brought too their religion and druid clerics. The magics these wise men used did shape forever the lands, even until this present day. It is said that the sempiternal burden our family carries rose at that time. 'Tis well recorded how the Empire of Rome did fail to tame the wayward Scots, that they did even raise a barrier to protect their mighty empire. What is seldom told is the truth behind their defeat. Our ancestors drew upon ancient powers to aid their victory, powers not easily fathomed by the fragile human mind. This aid did come at the greatest of costs, a debt as yet unsettled, a price we will continue to pay until the last Gordon passes to dust. For the centuries, we Gordons made the land our own. Others did bow to us as we kept the secrets of Skahandu, the secrets of the Black Mirror. Even as tragedy and madness did fester in our foundations, we held fast and steered the land through vile English attack and worse. In time, the Gordons and the land became one.
Загадочно, да? И вот этот кусок, который как раз она срывается. Вот этот. Который его даже здесь... Да, срывается кусок.
Some pages have been ripped out. The only thing left seems to be some kind of family oath.
In blood we are bound to the land we protect, to the truths we alone may conceal. I shall forfeit my life, lest my clan should suffer. I shall forfeit my spirit to hold the darkness at bay. In blood we are bound till the day of the reckoning.
What on earth? Where's the cold coming from?
Значит, что-то сейчас будет происходить, событие. Ну, то есть, что-то будет происходить с нашим героем. Ты можешь туда подняться? А, нет, нельзя. Опа.
Is this what madness feels like? It can't be real.
Мы как будто под водой. Ух ты, нихера себе, мы реально как будто под водой, смотрите. Но это на самом деле это неправда, ребят. Это сверхъестественное явление. Это видение.
All this looks like the bottom of a lake.
Он же не умирает. Значит, мы изучаем как типа сверхъестественно.
What are you trying to show me? baby, but some heavy object to weigh herself down. I feel like I've missed something. I feel like I've missed something.
А, значит, надо как-то спасти, короче.
There's a fresh wound across her stomach. The figure up there must be Edward. A note. I'm taking my baby with me to save it from this rotten family.
Find my child!
Вот это да.
Are you all right?
Did you see her? She drowned.
Calm down, you were in shock. What were you doing clambering about in here?
If I told you, you'd think me mad.
Odd. That is just what your father said to me.
Кто вы?
What? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Leah Farber. I treated your father at the asylum.
The asylum?
Let's get you back to the castle and make sure you are all right.
Я забыл, надо было сначала... Ашана уже считать, как будто уже нам ответили. Почему она здесь? Психиатрическая больница.
What's this about an asylum?
As I said, your father was admitted.
Why? Who did that to him?
I did. But unfortunately, he managed to escape.
What? Hold on a minute. How dare you come in here and...
Told you? Your father was a madman. A complete and utter madman. Don't mind me. Please continue.
What did you come here for?
I'm not sure your father's story is finished yet, and there are some things I still need to make my peace with.
Джосу заперти.
Well, what right did you have to lock my father up in a madhouse?
I was his doctor. I understand you are in shock, but you have no right to speak to me in such a way. I was trying to help him.
He's dead. Capital job.
Now, hold on just a minute.
Так, минутку. Что там произошло? Это я не уверен, в игре.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, no! No! No!
Опа. Служанка. Первая жертва. Ребята, у нас первая жертва. Офигеть. Как это произошло? Теперь понятно, почему, откуда это звук был. Он испугал тот самый охотник.
Eddie, it'll be all right. Pull yourself together.
I suggest nobody else goes down there. We should keep the room intact until the police can get here.
I shall alert them first thing in the morning. What an unfortunate accident.
An accident? You think so? Just after the madman's son turned up at our door.
And yet you were the one standing over her body with blood on your hands.
How dare you? I was too late. I was trying to help her. She...
There, my sweet boy. Let's get you to bed. Angus, would you?
Of course, ma'am.
I think we will all benefit from a good night's sleep.
I know you may have no reason to, but I need you to trust me. I'm the only one on your side when it comes to your father's death.
Lady Margaret certainly isn't. But if I told you what I saw in the chapel, you'd have me in a padded cell, just like my father. So, what was my father like when you locked him up?
I didn't just lock him up, I tried to help him. Your father was heavily drugged when he was brought to me. It was to prevent any further violent outbursts, or so Lady Margaret had said, but something felt wrong, even then.
Why did you come here? To make sure my father was successfully in the ground?
With all due respect, Mr. Gordon, I will not allow you to speak to me or about my work in such a tone. I tried everything I could to aid your father. He was convinced he was carrying some ancient curse, that he was being haunted by evil. I wish I had reached him, had been able to help him.
So do I. You weren't the only one who couldn't reach him. You're a persistent one, aren't you? Maybe if I threw you a bone, you'd get off my back. Father was obsessed with the history of the family for as long as I can remember.
Did your father actually believe his family was out to get him?
Who knows? I think what scared him was beyond the physical. He used to babble about a dark force threatening him and our family.
Was that why he moved you to India? To get as far away as possible?
I believe so.
And yet, here you are, in the very place he sought to protect you from.
Who knows? Maybe there is an ancient evil in this place. An evil that drags us back no matter how far away we get. Even from the other side of the world.
And what do you think? Was your father right? Are there things beyond the physical?
Проигнорировать или уклониться от вопроса? Отклониться от вопроса.
He was a disturbed man. He saw things that weren't there. Things like a drowning woman floating in thin air. If you really want to help me, then let us find out what the maid knew. She was hiding something, but was too scared of Angus and Margaret to tell me.
You think whatever she wanted to confide might be connected to her death?
Maybe. Whatever I saw in the chapel, it has to be real. It has to be. A woman must have drowned herself in the loch. Because if it's all in my mind, like father, like son. Angus will have the key. Unless we can find another way in.
Нужен ключ.
Rory's not one for cleaning up after himself.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
To find out who killed her?
To be sure she was murdered before we start pointing fingers.
I guess we'll have the key. Unless we can find another way in.
Уже стемнело.
I think I might have an idea how to get into the cellar, but I'm not sure you'll like it.
If it involves this filthy dumbwaiter, don't even think about it.
Леди так не делают. Вы обещали помочь. Я не могу сделать это в одиночку.
I can't fit in there, and I see no other way into the cellar.
You're asking me to put a lot of trust in you, given the circumstances.
Доверьтесь мне.
You can trust me, and I will do my very best to learn to trust you.
All right then. Clothes can be washed.
Немножко другим способом говорил и я.
Lovely. Pull me back up. I need something to open the doors from the inside once I'm down there. I still need something to open the doors. I'm not crawling in there for the enjoyment of it.
Значит, нужен какой-то предмет для того, чтобы...
Rory's not one for cleaning up after him.
А,
This should do it.
да. Убираем все подряд. Все необходимо. Там дождь пошел.
We need to examine the maid's body in the cellar.
To find out who killed her.
To be sure she was
Нечаянно просто повторно нажал, ребят. Поэтому решил пропустить.
Going down.
Good luck.
See you in a minute.
Dr. Farber. Is everything all right?
Это я уже не нажимаю, он сам подходит.
Leah!
Лия.
Oh, if anything's happened to her.
You needn't worry about me. I've been to stranger places than this castle. Follow me.
Вообще просто жесть. Мне тоже так типа уделила. Но что могло бы заставить ее? Так мучительно умереть. Так, здесь ничего нету, ничего не даст. А вот и она.
They seem to be a house full of carnivores.
Полно хищников.
What a horrific way to die. What a horrific way to die.
А, понял.
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary. It...
Where's that sudden draft coming from?
Your stag is here, my little doe.
Little doe? Not exactly the usual way to address the staff.
Не понял, что там было, ребят. Что за прикол такой был? О, хорошо, что мы сохранились. Так, а я все равно продолжу, ребят. Это была у меня первая смерть, я просто не понял, что за прикол был.
Her neck's been broken, and with some considerable force, it seems. Her necklace looks like gold, albeit a plain design. And it's missing any form of pendant.
Still, well beyond a maid's salary. It...
Where's that sudden draft coming from? Mr. Gordon? Speak to me, please.
The missing pendant. He threw it into the blood-filled basin.
David, can you hear me? Mr. Gordon, are you with me? Mr. Gordon? Speak to me, please.
Your stag is here, my little doe.
Little doe? Not exactly the usual way to address the staff. No clothes. He ripped a seam open.
We're all here, sir. All down in the dark. Something's coming. The attic, sir. She's in the attic.
What just happened? You look like you were in some kind of trance.
Perhaps the lack of sleep is affecting me. Or the visions that you'd think me insane if I described them to you.
You need to learn to trust me. I am on your side, remember?
So you say. But I remember you locked my father up too. A tiger can't change its stripes.
Ugh, that's horrible.
You're not the one with your hand in it.
Зажимать. Я уже... Понятно.
French. I don't speak French.
I do. It says for Clara, forever yours. Who's Clara?
I don't know. Yet another relative, perhaps?
We should ask someone who's been around here for longer. How did you know it was there? The pendant, I mean.
If I told you, you wouldn't believe me. A hunch. Eddie gave this to her. We should ask him to his face just what his relationship was with her.
This isn't another ghost story, is it?
Look, you wouldn't understand. I can't...
What I do understand is that we cannot accuse a man of murder without proof.
The seam really did rip when she tried to get away from him. They seem to be a house full of carnivores.
Да, теперь понятно. Когда там такое случается, надо было несколько раз нажимать. Здесь нет ничего. А, нам уже пора уходить. Здесь, скажем так, ой, извини. Так, здесь, в принципе, кстати, ребят, да, появляется такой значок, надо второй раз нажимать. То, что, пожалуйста, да я сейчас недавно был мертв, да? Я тогда умер, в буквальном смысле. Да, я был прав. Мы не можем бежать, потому что мы находимся внутри. Бежать вообще здесь по дому нельзя. Скажем так. Ну, вроде немного, да, то есть разобрались. Конечно, не очень круто. Все. У нас на улице стемнело, все, нам пора уходить. Совсем. Ничего страшного, ребят, если она не успевает завалить, она все равно там появится. Ну, спанится, в смысле. Если свани. Ух ты, нифига себе такая темнотуха. Использовать телефон нельзя. Ага. Они сейчас все сказать, что пора ложиться спать. Нам за ним сейчас уходить. В постель. Ну я просто наизусть знаю. Где наша комната? Опа. Или мне это показалось? Показалось, как будто бумаги разбросаны.
Do I need anything from in there right now? Don't think so. Do I need anything from in there right now?
Мне что-то нужно.
Don't think so.
Да, вроде нет. Так. Да, мы проходим, ребята, постепенно, не спеша. Ну, со временем-то мы можем застрять, буквально, в смысле, на одном месте. Каким бы ситуации ни была. А что если сюда? Или в кабинет отца, вот где мы там были на втором этаже. Сейчас, секунду. Она просто сама стоит на одном месте. Здесь ничего не посветишь. И то, что прям совсем упорно. Пойти в сад ночью? Нормально. теперь мы выйти можем на улицу даже посреди ночи, что ли. Нормально. Но я уверен, что не туда. Нет, правильно.
What is it?
I'll get you back.
Stop monkeying around. Come with me.
I'll come inside in a bit.
Don't go.
Can I just have a few
It's
more
not a request, Carol.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
What's happening to me?
David? Is everything all right?
We should make haste.
О, теперь фонариком.
Do you know who Clara was?
I know who she was, aye.
And?
Young Eddie is her bairn. Lady Mallory, as she was. She stayed on in the house after Victor passed, but she wasn't here much before. I didn't ken her that well.
I'll speak to you later, Rory.
Aye, I'm sure you will, laddie.
Почти, ребята, мы немножко начинаем понимать. Нашего сына идет то же самое, как введение тому самому. Вначале как в отца, буквально, в смысле, заснул, тогда я играл. Я это имел в виду, что будет идти один и тот же смысл. Но что именно могло бы таким образом такой заставить?
Are you convinced yet?
We need more than a first name.
Она-то может бежать, а мы-то нет.
I have to thank you again for coming to my aid in there.
I'm glad I found you in time. Thankfully, Mr. Harrison had made an educated guess as to your whereabouts.
Он его закрыл. Понял. Теперь я догадываюсь, куда надо идти. Надо идти, по-моему, туда, где лодочная. Вот такая луна, такая красивая. Так, давайте выйдем отсюда. Да, кстати, ребят, то, что я говорил, что я почти устал, это потому что я устаю быстро по одной причине, если долго играть на одну и ту же игру. Если, ну, типа, один день делать одно и то же, то есть все время одну игру до конца, это займет нам больше времени для того, чтобы его сделать. Я это имел в виду. Да, я вот сюда хотел. Да. Там, где лодка. Может быть, туда.
Oh, stunning.
Я был прав.
How curious. Come and look at this. Look, they form a clear circle.
This can't be a fluke.
Well, looks like one of the stones is missing.
A heavy enough stone to weigh yourself down with.
Эй, дайте мне вы... Так. Эй.
Something's carved into each one. I've never seen a rose like this before.
I have. The gardener, Rory. He brought some down from the glass house.
Тогда все объясняет.
Are you convinced yet?
We need more than a first name.
Ничего нету. На водке тоже ничего. Вроде все собирали. А, это тот самый, который мы сейчас у нас на отеле. Надо там у нашего садовника спросить. Да, я уверен в этом. Мы сейчас только узнали там этот цветочек, там все такое. А, неплохо обошли. Скорее всего, это она приехала в машине, это мое мнение такое. А может быть, я ошибаюсь, ребят.
That's an unusual looking rose. I noticed one lying by the side of the loch.
Aye, that's been me. A flower for the flower of Scahandu, Cecilia.
My aunt. They're for her.
I grew 'em for her. She loved the roses, did Cecilia. No, the red ones, though. Made her think of blood, ye ken.
Forgive me, but wouldn't it be more fitting to place them on her grave?
Why, she's no there, is she, laddie? That's not where she rests. And I don't much stand by your modern god.
Rory, what happened to her? What happened to Cecilia?
I'm not in the mood to open old wounds, laddie.
There are some strange markings carved into the stones on the shore.
Runes, aye. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose. Still hold to the old ways.
Superstitions don't gain validity just by being believed in for a long time.
I'd watch that. Your precious science doesn't have all the answers, lassie.
Согласен. Могила Сесилии.
May I have some of the roses, Rory? I'd like to place them on Cecilia's grave.
What's she to you? You didn't ken her.
No, I didn't. But she's family. And besides, Father always spoke fondly of her. He would even smile as he talked about playing in the gardens with her as a child.
He did he? Aye, well, that's good to ken. I should have some left in the glass house.
I'll speak to you later, Rory.
Aye, I'm sure you will, laddie.
Ага, все к нему только типа разговор.
Sorry, lassie, but you can't go in. It's for family only.
Just hold on a moment.
No, it's okay. I quite understand. You go ahead, and I'll wait here for you, if I must.
Aye, you must.
Такая сердитая стоит. Сердился за то, что ее не впустили. Вот так вот, вот так вот. Да мы, в принципе, так же стоим.
I know, it doesn't look like I have green fingers. Looking to brick some more locks, laddie.
А, его можно взломать. А у нас его отмычки нету.
Are these...
Aye, Cecilia's roses.
They're beautiful.
I like to think so.
but they seem to be the only thing that grows here.
Не, уходить я не собираюсь. Я хочу осмотреться.
These are dead as dodos.
Hard to raise anything beautiful here, ever since Cecilia's gone.
Can you tell me about Cecilia? What was she like?
She was a lovely lassie, but she had more than her share of troubles.
Grandfather Edward.
You ken well enough, son.
You said she wasn't in her grave.
Aye, that I did.
Did she drown?
She did. Killed herself. Her body was never found. Now all I have of her is my memories. And they are not what they were. And this.
That is exquisite. Cecilia made this.
She made it, aye. For me. Girl must have cut her fingers 100 times doing it. On the thorns, ye ken.
Где по частям, короче.
You are unworthy of the name Gordon.
Get away from her, you coward!
Я слишком близко подошел к врагу. Да, даже призраки могут тебя убить. Куда ты даже не почувствуешь. Что ж, уважаемые друзья, я эту серию закончу. В следующей части мы продолжим. Я на этот раз уже второй раз умер, но только в другом событии. Так что я на всякий случай, сами понимаете, я сохранюсь на всякий случай. Не знаю, какая часть идет, уже третья, по-моему, глава. Да, это третья глава уже идет. Большое вам всем спасибо за просмотр. Увидимся следующим вечером, тем же времени. И продолжим события до истины.